Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, December 1st, 2022 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I align my actions with solutions. And December 1st, rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. So let's have a beautiful December. I just finished doing the December month ahead for my Patreon group, and I think in general, December will, it has some interesting pockets, but in general for this year is a little calmer. A little. With that being said, let's start with December 1st today here. Now, today is a definitely interesting energy. We have the moon in Pisces making so many connections through the day, and definitely bringing to light some of this Sagittarius, Gemini, Pisces T-square, some push and pull that we've got going on with the moon in Pisces and some of the other energies today. Mercury squaring Neptune today. We may be feeling hazy, foggy, confused. The rational mind may not be at its top game. You may find yourself definitely more in your intuition and very internal in this energy. The moon in Pisces today, all of these connections are just whew. So we start the day with the moon squaring Mars and Venus. So we're just coming off Venus and Mars in their opposition. And so here it jumps in the moon's like, oh, let's just bring a little bit more energy into it. Now, moon in Pisces has very intuitive energy to it, but can also bring up karmic things. So you may find some weird karmic things popping up in relationship. Now, top of the cards that I have today is the clinging to the past card. I also have the miser card in here, and both of these energies are holding on to stuff. So this may be things coming up in our emotions, in our feels, just even in our energetics that are old, that we've been holding on to, that are time for a change. You might want to go back to yesterday's scope. A change will do you good. This energy to me is enhancing focus to where that may be. But sometimes it's not so much about being actional. Sometimes we have to be. But sometimes it's sitting back and letting the process unfold. Some of you may need to take shifty actions, but some of you may need to sit back. It's interesting because I have the Be Here Now card in reverse. This is, I think, the second time this week that I've had Be Here Now in reverse. And so it's like, you don't need to necessarily participate so much. Maybe align intention with solution and see how things start to unfold. Now, again, this is not for everybody. I do think that there are some that are going to be called for shifty actions. So part of this is really being aware for yourself. What are you being called into? Are you being called into leaning into that solution and letting the universe unwind? Or are you somebody who needs to take that action? And chances are it might be the opposite of what you usually do. If you're usually very actionable, this may be like sit back and let it unfold. And if you are somebody who usually does be in that flow, you may have to actually take a little action in this. So be aware. Today's opposite day. Like, be aware of what the opposite is and maybe see if you lean into that a little bit, how it feels. That's part of that Pisces energy. It's not always going in the direction you think that you should go in. The moon's then going to continue on through connecting to Mercury and Neptune. And like I said, Mercury and Neptune are squaring today. So what's logical, what we know, what's in alignment with our beliefs may not be the information that we need. And the moon is highlighting this. The moon can also represent hidden subconscious energy. So you may just suddenly have from the deep information. I really like that sound. Coming up with information for you all of a sudden to help you in some of these shifty energies that you are going through. Now that Moon-Neptune connection is still early in the morning, so definitely may be waking up feeling foggy. So just be aware, double check things, and connect in and ground, because this energy is not super grounded. Moon and Pluto connecting in the afternoon, empowering your intuition, empowering your personal spiritual connection, whatever that may be, is what this feels like. And bringing your authority back to yourself, your higher self, feels like that connection. And again, that's really important in and through this. That's something that we tend to give away so early on in our lives. So checking in with yourself, your own personal inner authority, your higher self, like, am I in the jam? You're in the jam. You're in the flow. Okay. The Mercury-Neptune square is 5 p.m.-ish. Again, just super foggy energy in this. But again, recognizing when it comes to knowing, when it comes to information, we don't just want to look from one place. We do want to listen to our intuition. We do want to listen to what wisdom has bestowed. We do want to listen to the new things that we're learning. And we do want to, even though this isn't aspected in this case, we do want to listen to our body, our whole self information as we make decisions. So do keep that in mind with this. Don't just try to the whole Astro of this week feels like changing the way we are doing things. So keep that in mind. Maybe the way you've been doing things is working, but maybe there's even a better way. And just hold space for that. Sometimes we forget to hold space for the universe and all of the different ways that it can surprise, delight, and fill us with possibilities. So, and that's part of Sagittarius, is holding space for those possibilities. Moon conjunct Jupiter. Whew, that's a big one. Jupiter is finishing up at 28 degrees, preparing to move to that 29th degree so it can finish up in Pisces, where it will not return for about 11 and a half years. So there's just so much karmic potential in this. And as the moon moves through, again, it's like, hey, what needs to be worked on? I'm going to bring that up. Sometimes this can feel challenging. Sometimes it can feel like the opposite of healing, right? When we are faced with these karmic things, like, I thought I dealt with this. I thought I did this. No, you're being able to deal with these final layers. It is a beautiful, wonderful thing, even if it doesn't necessarily feel like it in that time. And I've been in that place where it doesn't feel like it. Venus. Venus and Saturn are connecting as well at 7 p.m. Today feels like such a high idea day. Venus and Sagittarius, Saturn and Aquarius connecting with somebody and brainstorming. Oh my goodness, especially with all of the intuitive and potentially creative energy from Pisces. So as those connect, it's a great day to connect with somebody who you can bounce your brilliance off of. Venus connecting to Saturn can always bring up issues around commitment and your value in the world as well. So watch for any of that. But hopefully you're getting a lovely connection where you can bounce some good things off each other. Moon will shift into Aries at 8:41 p.m. Pacific time. So Moon into Aries, adding to the fiery energy of things. So be aware for the next few days. You may find yourself extra fiery, extra reactive. So, the last card that I have not shown you is the Dream card in reverse. And it's interesting because Pisces energy is so daydreamy. What am I feeling with this Dream in reverse? What it's feeling like is actually connected to these old things. The dream can also be like nostalgic dreams that you have, dreams of childhood love. And it's like, yeah, don't look back. We're not going that way. Part of this release may be even releasing old, outdated dreams so that you can dream a new dream. So maybe this is checking in. Where are you holding on to something that you thought was a dream? And maybe when you look at it, you're like, that's not really the path that I'm moving on. So it might be about creating a new dream. So that's what I'm feeling with that. You can book a reading with me. Year ahead readings are here. So year ahead readings, I'm doing a sliding scale 155 to 177. They have gone anywhere from an hour to 2.5 hours, just depending how your chart is being hit. So email me to book a reading. Oh, for our thing today, what's a new dream that you're dreaming? Do you have a new goal or dream or something that you are desiring that you feel comfortable sharing? I know we don't always feel comfortable sharing our dreams, and maybe we shouldn't always share our dreams because some people poo-poo them, but I am here for it. But maybe your dream is even just, an ice cream sundae, and that's okay too. So, tell me, what is your dream? What dream are you dreaming now? And besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.